The best of the Bill and Corey Show.
I'm Bill.
And I'm Corey.
Hey, welcome back. It's obviously our Thanksgiving edition.
Yes, I did not participate, unfortunately.
Yeah,
But Bill,
fine.
I mean, he wears his hat every Tuesday. Actually, you don't see him on Tuesdays.
Well, I get to wear this when prepare Thanksgiving dinner, and the kids love it.
I
think it's really
Call their dad a turkey all day, probably.
I don't even bother. It's implied. Okay. Anyways, the first question is, it's not really, I don't know if we really got a question. Yeah, what fitting is this?
Yeah, it was the question.
Pop up, first graphic.
What fitting is this?
Is a cylinder, and it's got, that looks
fitting.
kind of funny. It looks like a
compression
fitting
It
or
does.
something on the outlet. Go, yikes, what are they doing?
Yeah.
You want to show the next photo? There, that's
Again.
from the other end.
Yeah, just confirming it looks like a sway lock fitting, right?
Hey, now you want to get the camera back to us so you can see
there we
the
go.
turkey hat. So I'm going to bring the props out on a little turkey pan today.
Yep.
Don't dent it. I got to use this thing.
I know, you might want to return it too. You haven't even taken the sticker out of it.
No. Okay. So the fitting, fell off. This
is the CJ 110, just to keep, I don't want to keep
CJ
the
110
yeah,
thing. It's kind of, you want to zoom in on that? It doesn't matter. You'd have to have the super zoom on that. It's a flat fit. It's a straight thread.
Yeah, we need two
flat
zooms.
face
How do
thread.
we only have one zoom?
Oh, please. We need 8 cameras in here. But we have to have room for the hair and makeup people.
That's true.
Okay, so that's a CJ 110, and then you want to go
Go to the next photo.
to the next photo. Oh my God.
Sulfur dioxide.
That is a bad gas.
Is it though?
Well, it depends on what you think of it. But, okay. And you can see that was filled. It's got. I have this tag up here because it's funny for us.
You should have turned.
The fill date. We're guessing it's 1972. That 72 is that.
So does sulfur dioxide have an expiration date, Bill? You
Yeah,
think
I
does it
don't
go
know.
bad after a while? Like, can you?
What would it turn into? Nitrogen?
I mean, gas goes bad, right?
And the tag there.
Gasoline goes bad.
This is not the same thing. So it says Matheson Gas Products, a division of Will Ross Inc. So that was way back. That was over 50 years ago.
So Matheson was owned by a different company. Is that what that's suggesting?
Yeah,
you were a division of.
Sold division.
Who
of
is Will Ross, and was his
don't know.
name? Was it William?
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's go to the next one. It's too much. So this is for you. You can provide commentary.
Well, no, yeah. So it's an interesting thing because as you can see, the middle nut is the operating valve. You can turn it on. It's like a center nut, and like it says, you put the backing wrench on there to hold it. You squeeze it on, and I mean, it's sort of like a compression nut, except for the valves in the middle nut. So you're gonna watch that.
Now, sulfur dioxide is toxic.
It is.
You can get back to us. Thanks.
Well, any gas is toxic if that's the only gas you breathe in.
No.
Except for oxygen.
This is
Except
considered
for oxygen.
toxic gas. It's a toxic gas. So yeah, you should be using this under a hood or some appropriate ventilation.
And probably get a cylinder from this century.
Well, it's not. You don't have to.
Well, you don't have to, but you got to. It's always good to check cylinders that are old to make sure they're all right. Like you wouldn't use a propane cylinder on
That's why they're asking.
on your grill from 1972. I wouldn't want to, at least.
I heard from one of the grad students.
Could be a rumor.
This could be a rumor.
This could be a rumor.
This is
Game of telephone here.
We can't. We don't have.
We don't have verified evidence.
We don't have verified information. This could be a rumor. I heard from one of the grad students that there was a leak in our corrosive gas line, and I'm concerned.
Which is something you should verify.
Yeah, well, if there's a leak, they should do something about it.
Should do a corrosive gas leak. Yes.
My old boss would say, "That's a bad thing."
It's a bad thing.
Okay, so there was. Anyways, back. I heard from one of the. Well, hopefully, we can get through this question. One of the grad students, there was a leak in our corrosive gas line. I'm concerned that there was a potential for air and moisture to backflow through the gas regulator and enter the bottle or cylinder. What would a gas regulator, such as a single stage gas regulator, permit that to happen? Okay, and this is a Corey question. I'll get the regulator.
No.
I'll handle the props for you.
No. There we go.
No. Next question.
Next question.
So,
well, no. So and typically the way the question being asked is the system was still like on. Is there a way for air to flow up if there's a, if there's
flow backwards.
Backflow into the system if there's a leak. Well, no. The long answer is no, because it's flowing that way. There's a leak, so it's coming out there, so there's not air going in. Well,
it flows from high pressure to
low pressure. So however, though, you could have a problem. So say there's a leak you don't know about. You shut down your system, and you let your system somehow goes to ambient pressure. Yeah, ambient pressure. I don't know if I was using that word right for some reason, but ambient pressure, you could get air that would go into the line up to typically the valve if you have it shut off, or the regulator, but you should not use the regulator.
Right, if it's totally empty.
Yeah, but it's totally empty.
It's not making it through.
It's not making it through all that stuff, even if it's totally.
Yeah, you need some pressure to push it through.
But
backwards pressure
to push it through, and typically it's not going to go into a cylinder because, it's not going to do that. So, but if you're concerned about this stuff, we do, I don't know, you had some information you want to share?
Yeah, it was interesting about, this is corrosive gas,
Yeah.
and corrosive gases and moisture makes corrosion.
Yep.
Because corrosive gases, sometimes you look at the data sheets on the corrosive gases and say it's, sometimes they're not corrosive except in when there's moisture. Like, yeah. And this kind of be moisture.
And this is one of our corrosive gas regulators, actually, our 3610A.
So I was kind of curious. It's like, okay, let's say on a dry day, we're talking like 25% humidity would be a dry day. That'd be a day where your skin would get all crackly and stuff like that. The moisture content in the air, according to the chart I was looking at, is 6,000 parts per million.
Which is a lot for a gas that you don't want to have moisture in it.
Yeah. If you had a gas cylinder, a typical gas cylinder, corrosive gas cylinder, would have like single digits to maybe low double digits ppm. So 6,000.
Can you imagine we have a very dry cylinder here, only 6,000 ppm of moisture.
But if you're looking like a regular day, it would be, which would be like in this room now, it's probably 40 to 60% humidity. That would be over 10,000 ppm. So it'd be over 1% of the air is moisture. And if you did, you couldn't really be in an atmosphere with just no moisture in it.
No, I mean, I heard in Arizona everybody calls it a dry heat, but I've not,
It's still, it's not a good thing to do because you have moisture in your body.
Yeah, I know.
So yes, so you can't really flow backwards. They might, and not into the cylinder. The cylinder's got positive pressure.
No, and that leads me to always remember for corrosive, you can put a purge on it because another ingress of moisture is when you change. Oh, there you go, perfect. When you change the regulator out from, change the cylinder out, that's another way you can introduce moisture into the system. And so we would recommend a cross purge to purge out all the moisture.
Yeah, so what's nice about this is it helps keep the atmospheric moisture out, which is a lot.
Yeah.
So you'd have your inert gas, typically nitrogen, come in here. It's a check valve to prevent backflow because you don't want to get chocolate in your peanut butter. You don't want to get the corrosive gas flowing back into your nitrogen line.
Chocolate in your peanut butter actually sounds
That's
good.
an old one.
Is that you do want to get chocolate in your peanut butter?
You got chocolate in my peanut butter. No, you got peanut butter in my.
Oh, that old commercial. Oh yeah.
Reese's Pieces or something. I don't know.
I know.
So, anyways, nitrogen comes in here. You got a vent valve down here to vent it out, and you could isolate the regulator so you don't have to purge too much. And then you could, when you're changing out cylinders, this would be closed. You could have a slight purge, a nitrogen coming out through the CGA fitting, so moist air won't accidentally just kind of flow in there. So the positive pressure. So yes, but no, you're not going to get, unless your cylinder's under vacuum, you're not going to get moisture backing into your cylinder.
No.
So that's all I got to say about that. And I'm not going to try to put that back up on the shelf. So yes, we do recommend cross purge for corrosive gas.
Yes.